Assalamualaikum. This is Sajnin Jahan from University Salangar Comnet Organization. Today we have organized a free training session of ICT training based on how to create a website using Bootstrap. So basically today is our third session of this ICT training. So first session ended up with HTML, basic HTML. Second session ended up with basic CSS. Now today is our third session, which is introduction to PHP, basic PHP, and design a database. So today basically I will focus on and I will teach you an overall knowledge or overall the basic of PHP, which has been used in our Bootstrap website. Most of the Bootstrap website also use the PHP. Also use the PHP as an HTML framework. So I'm very glad that our organization, ComNet, that is Center for Communication Engagement, has organized a free training session for the students of IT background. I would like to welcome all of our participants. Now, our director of ComNet, who has organized this training session, this ICT training, has sent us a welcoming speech. Let's hear from him.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you to the organizer who have tried to organize ICT training. Let's design a website using Bootstrap. First of all, I would like to express my congratulations to our beloved instructor, Ms. Sajnin Jahan, who is very committed to provide a training module to make sure this program success. To the participant who took the time to follow this training, hopefully you'll be able to learn new and useful knowledge, inshallah. And on behalf of University Selangor, UNICEL, especially our unit, Center for Community Engagement, ComNet, we would like to say our commitment in community education so that more children, youth, and also senior citizens can explore new knowledge and do something for their community. So from this event, of this program, we really hope that you can apply to your own community, your own organization or society to develop their own website, inshallah. So finally, I wish you a happy study and see you again in the future. I hope you enjoy to learn about programming using Bootstrap. Inshallah, Ms. Sajnin will teach you, will guide you. If you have any question or problem, you just ask Ms. Sajnin. They will help you, inshallah. I really appreciate and I'm very happy that Sajnin gave this idea to organize this ICT training and focus on the Bangladeshi participant. This is our first experience to organize outside from the Malaysia participant, especially for ICT training. Inshallah, we hope you can learn together. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you to our Director of ComNet for his valuable welcoming speech. So today, I would like to proceed to our ICT training session. So let's get started. So basically today I will teach all of you, all of the participants about the basic knowledge, of PHP programming and design the database after the session. So, so let's get started. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to give a brief description about the programming language. Actually, what is the programming language? So this programming language is basically a computer language programmers that use to develop the uh, software programs, script, or other sets of instruction for computers to execute. And although many languages share similarities, but each has its own syntax. Once a programmer learns the language's rules, syntax, and structure, they write the source code. They can write the source code in a text editor, and then the programmer compiles the code into machine language that can be understood by the computer. Okay, so uh, what types of programming language we have? If you are interested in developing a program, then you should learn C programming, C Sharp, C++, Java, Python, Prolog, Laravel. If you are interested in developing a program, and if you are interested in creating or maintaining a database, consider any of the programming language like Profox, Fox Pro, Mysql, SQL, then Visual Pro, Fox Pro, then Firebase, then MongoDB. This all actually about the it's all about the database. And if you are interested in creating web pages, internet applications, or other internet-related tasks, consider the following language like HTML, Java, JavaScript, PHP, Python. So these are for the creating web pages, internet applications, or other internet-related tasks. Now, actually, why we should learn HTML, CSS, or PHP, or other programming language? Because actually, if you want to learn PHP, then you must have the idea of uh, the basic idea of HTML, CSS. So before go to the PHP programming, you have to learn, and you should learn HTML and CSS code, CSS program. Basically, it's allow you to bring out your personality on your own website, enables you to stand out uh, uh, from any other project and contribute to project, help you to understand and explore other languages, and provides you with an opportunity to transition into a different career. So basically it will show you a very successful career also if you learn HTML, CSS, and PHP. And actually you will also have the knowledge to build and understand the fundamentals of the web. You have got an entrepreneur spirit or know someone that does. You will have the ability to create unique websites. You will learn other coding languages easier and faster, and you can make money also. If you talk about the money, actually the HTML, CSS, with the HTML and CSS, you can also make you money. You can also income from this a specific site also. And HTML and CSS or PHP are actually the framework that used to build your websites. If you can understand how they work together, you are much better off when it comes to design, marketing, and several other professions. And you don't need to be expert, but being able to understand how to utilize these languages can help you build an optimized, user-friendly website for your business. And without knowing at least the basic, you will struggle for better result. And actually you can use the HTML, CSS, or PHP framework in your business also. How? By if you want to promote your product, you must have to create a website to promote your products. So that's why the programming language is actually needed to promote your business also. So everyone should learn the HTML, CSS, or PHP bootstrap programming to their own better life also. Okay, now we will start. We'll talk about the okay now. Okay, now we will talk about the PHP. Actually, what is PHP? So PHP is basically a server that scripting language and a powerful tool for making dynamic or interactive web pages. And PHP is basically widely used, free, and efficient alternative to competitors such as Microsoft ASP. And PHP stands for PHP Hypertext Processor, and PHP is a widely used open source scripting language, and PHP also scripts. PHP scripts are executed on a server. PHP is free to download and use, and it's uh, acronym for PHP Hypertext Preprocessor, and it is widely used open source scripting language. This and this is also free. And actually, what is PHP file? So before going to the our next part, we should know the what is actually the PHP file. PHP files can contain text, HTML, JavaScript code, and PHP code. And PHP code are executed on the server, and the result is uh, and the result is uh, and the result is the browser as plain HTML. And PHP HTML PHP files have a default file extension of .php, because only .php will convert into a PHP file. So if you save any PHP file, you have to save your file into .php. So you must have to put .php before you rename your file. Then actually what can PHP do? So actually PHP can generate dynamic page content. PHP can create, open, read, write, and close the files on the server. It can collect form data. It can send and receive cookies. It can add, delete, modify data in your database. It can restrict users to access some pages on your website, and it can encrypt the data. Basically, actually, PHP is very good, is very important for designing a database. I mean, for collecting the data. For collecting the data, most of the developer are using PHP for their secure data, to store their secure data. So most of the developer used PHP as a database, as their as collecting or as uh, kept their data securely. And why actually PHP? PHP because PHP runs on various platforms such as Windows, Linux, Unix, Mac, OS. So many platform PHP can run, and PHP is compatible with almost all servers that use today, like Apache, IIS, and PHP supports a wide range of databases. And PHP also free. you can download it from the official. You can download it from the uh, official PHP source like www.php.net. You can download the PHP from there also. And PHP actually very easy to learn and runs efficiently on the server side. So if you go to the if you just go to the source resource www.php.net, then you will get a more idea on PHP. And PHP basically PHP will allow you to run the efficient programming on a server. And now the latest version of the PHP is 7. PHP 7 is much faster than the various popular stable release. And PHP 7 has improved error handling. PHP 7 supports stricter type declarations for function arguments. PHP 7 supports new operations like the spaceship operation. Now let's come to the PHP installation. So what do we need to install the PHP in your device? So to start using PHP, to start using PHP, you can find a web host with PHP and Mysql support. Install a web server on your PC, and then install PHP and and MySQL also. So and use a web host with PHP support. If your server has activated support for PHP, you do not need to do anything. Just create some .php files and place them in your web directory, and then the server will automatically parse them for you, and you don't need to compile anything or install any extra tools, because PHP is free. Most web hosts offer PHP support. And then the setup PHP on your own PC. If your server does not support PHP, you must install a web server, install PHP, install a PHP MyAdmin for the database such as MySQL, because you can do the data entry using PHP MyAdmin. So PHP MyAdmin is very important thing to store your database, to do the MySQL database. So now, we will talk about, we will know about the PHP syntax. What is actually the PHP syntax? A PHP script is executed on a server and a plain HTML result that is sent back to the browser. So basic PHP syntax, uh, basics is PHP syntax is PHP tag. So a PHP script can be placed anywhere in the document. A PHP script starts with uh, less than question mark then PHP. So after that the PHP coding or PHP content will start, and then after finishing your code, PHP code or your own content, you have to close the PHP tag with question mark and then greater than sign. So basically this is the tag, PHP tag you have to use. And the default file extension for PHP files is .php. And a PHP file normally contains HTML tags and some PHP scripting tag also, code also. So before we have an example of a simple PHP file with a PHP script that uses a built-in PHP function that is echo to output the text like hello world on a web page. So basically we will use the echo. Basically we will use echo to output, to view the output. We have in PHP program, uh, we have to use the echo as to show the output. So now in this slide, I think um, it's clear that how actually PHP code are using in a uh, editor, text editor. So first of all, we have to write down the idoc HTML, which declares that HTML5. Then we have to start the HTML tag, then the body tag. So after the body tag, you can set up your heading tag also. So here I put the heading tag as a my first PHP page. Then after that, the p tag, I mean the PHP tag will start. So here you can see that to view hello world, you have to write down first of all PHP tag. Then you have to write echo. In the next line, you have to write echo. So echo in the quotation, after echo in the quotation, you have to write down the content that you want to view, that you want to display on your web page. So I want to display hello world, that's why in the quotation, after the echo in the quotation, I have to write down my preferable content like hello world. So this echo actually will display your content. After that, you have to normally you have to close your body tag, then HTML tag. So this is basically the basic HTML. Now we will go on to the PHP case sensitivity or not. PHP keywords like if, else, while, echo, etc. Classes, functions, and user defined functions are not actually case sensitive. So PHP is not a case sensitive because you can write the code. Uh, you can write the code any of your wish, like later on I will describe this. So in example you will see that all three echo statement value are equal and legal. And if you use the letter, I mean if you use the echo letter, capital letter or small letter, it doesn't matter, it will not case sensitive, it will show your output. Still it will show your output. So like here you can see that in PHP tag, after the PHP tag you see hello world, hello world, I wrote down here 3 times. So 3 times uh, the echo letter is not similar. Like the first one is the all uppercase letter, second one is the all small letter, third one is some small letter, some upper letter. So it will not make changes in your content, it will not make changes in your content or to display your content. So this is not case sensitivity. Then we'll move on to the comment in PHP. Actually, to comment in your content, what you have to write down, we will learn about that. So a comment in PHP code is a line that is not executed as a part of the program. It is only purpose is to be read by someone who is looking at the code. So comments can be used to let other understand your code. Most programmers have experience coming back to their work uh, own work a year or two later and having to figure out what they actually need. So basically comment is actually very needed because the comment will mention you what actually you are going to do in the next line, in the next step, what you are going to do. So that's why comment is actually needed. So how you will declare your comment? So it will not make changes anything, or still your web page will run in the comment if you put the comment section. So if you do, or if you add any comment, then you have to slash two slash, you have to put the uh, two slash, then you will comment, you will write down any line uh, to others to understand that what you are going to do in the next line. So basically this line, you can see that here I put this is a single line, and after that I put hashtag. So after hashtag, uh, I put this is also a single line comment. So basically this is a comment. So you have to do the comment like this. First of all, you have to put the slash two slash, then so these two slash will indicate this is a comment of a content. Now we will talk about the PHP variables. So what is actually PHP variables? A variable can have a short name like X and Y, or a more descriptive name, age, car name, or total volume. So basically in PHP, the variable declare like X like Y. So rules for the variables is like a variable starts with the a dollar sign. A variable in PHP, the variable starts with the dollar sign followed by the name of the variable. A variable name must start with the letter or the underscore letter, and a variable name cannot start with a name with a number. A variable cannot start with a number. Variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscore, like here the example is here. So we have to declare the variable name, you have to start with a alphanumeric characters, or the numbers, or the underscore. So with three categories, you have to name your variable. And the variable names are case sensitive, because if you do not do the variable name well, then it will display wrong or error, it will display the content wrong. Your content will not display as expected. So here I already put two example of the variables like $age. So these are two different variables, so it's actually the case sensitive. If you want to put the smallest letter, then you have to do all in smallest letter or all in the capital letter. So remember that PHP variables names are case sensitive. Now we will talk about the uh, uh, declaring, creating or declaring PHP variables. So to declare the variables like PHP variables in PHP, a variable starts with a $sign, as I already said to you. So followed by the name of the variable, we can code the program like this. Here we as usual, we have to put the idoc tag HTML, then HTML tag, then body tag, then PHP tag will start, then PHP code will start. So after put the PHP tag, here you can see that the first one is the hello, is the hey one. So so in here in the text I didn't mention, you see in the text I didn't mention HEY. and the variable, actually the variable of the PHP, declaring the PHP, you have to start with the $sign. So in here, text, I want to display the text hello world. So hello world will display here. You can see that hello world is displayed, and then I have declared the 5 value to $x. Then I declared 10.5 value uh, to followed by the variable name y. So to show this value like hello world 5 and then 10.5, I have to write down the echo to display. Without echo, without writing the echo, you cannot display your content. So first one, what we have used here hello world. So hello world, I used txt. So here I also have to put the txt after the echo. Then the second one is the 5. So here after $x, so here 5 is the value variable of the x value, of the $x value. So here I put echo $x value. Then for the 10.5, then for the 10.5 value, I have used $y. So so in echo, so after put the echo, you have to write down to display 10.5, you have to write down the 10.5 variable, that is $y. So here $y. So you can also see that I use the BR tag. BR tag is for break to go to the next line. So hello world will, after hello world 5 will be displaying the next one, next line. Then after 5, in the next line 10.5 will be displayed because of the break, because of the BR tag. So here I used is another HTML code, HTML tag. So like this you have to code your PHP variables. So and after the execution of the statements of above, the variable $txt will hold the value hello world, as I already mentioned here, and the variable $x will hold the value of 5, and the dollar and the variable $y will hold the value 10.5, as I already mentioned. And when you assign a text value to a variable, put the quotes around the value. And unlike other programming languages, PHP has no command for declaring a variable, and it is created the moment you first assign a value to it. So think of variables as containers for storing data. Now we will move on to our next uh, slide, that is the output variables. This is the another output of declaring the variable. So PHP echo statement is often used to output the data to the screen, and the following example will show how to output text and variable. So here, as you can see, IDOC HTML, then HTML, then body tag. This is as usual. We have definitely have to put this one to start our PHP code. Then the PHP code will start after the PHP tag. So after the PHP tag, I put initial comnet. I put initial comnet as a value for the variable txt. So for the variable txt, I put the value initial comnet. So I want to display initial comnet to the web page. So that's why what I have to do, in the next line I have to code, or I have to write echo to display the whole thing. I love. Then after I love, then I did $text. So this $txt will represent the initial comnet. So that's why you will see in the right side that the output is I love initial comnet. So you don't need to write down I love initial comnet in one line. You can write your code, just in the variable name also. In the variable name also you can declare your code. Okay, then you have to close the body tag and the HTML tag to be responsive. Then I will talk about the PHP data types. how many data types actually PHP has. So variable can store data for different types, and different data types can do different things. So PHP supports the following data types like strings, integer, float, floating point, numbers, also called the double, and boolean, array, object, null, resource. So this all the data types of PHP. And a string is a sequence of characters like hello world. So this is like a string, and the string can be any text inside quotes, and you can use single or double quotes also. So example is on the next slide, so like this. So this is the same thing also. You can put the same content into different variables. So here you can see that after the PHP tag, I used hello world value for $x variable. I put hello world uh, same content for the another variable, that is $y. So if you write down this, then it will display your output, although it's same. And to display the output, you have to use the echo for to display a $x value, $x variable. And I put here the break to go to the next line. Then you have to use the next variable. The next variable, what is the next variable? Next variable is $y to display hello world again. So you have to put there echo $y to display the hello world again. Then we have to close the PHP tag. After that, normally you have to close the body tag and HTML tag. So like this, you have to put the data type. So this is basically basic data types. Now we will talk about the PHP integer. So basically, what is actually PHP integer? An integer data type is a non-decimal number between -1, like 174, 170, 147, 483, 648, and 147. So this is like a non-decimal number between the non-decimal number. So the rules of the integer is an integer must have at least one digit. Integer must have a decimal point, and integer can be either positive or can be negative. An integer can specify decimal base 10, hexadecimal base to 16, octal base 8, and binary base 2 notation. So now I will talk about the PHP float. What is actually PHP float? So a float, like a floating point number, is a number with a decimal point, or a number in exponential form. So in the following example, for the variable $x is a float, and the PHP word dump function returns the data type and value. Actually, this will work to returning data type and value. So you can see the result here. So basically, here is the another example of $x, that is a float. That is a float like 10.365. This is a decimal point. So this is one kind of float. So for to display this one, you have to use var dump. You have to use var dump, and then you have to name the variable, that is $x. That is $x, and after that you have to put the semicolon, and then you close the PHP tag. After that, the float output will display in your web pages or web server. So basically, this is the PHP float. So to declare the PHP float, you must have to put var, then underscore, and then dump, dump, and then inside the first bracket, you have to put the variable name. That is here, the variable name is $x. This is the variable name for the value 10.365. Then we will learn about the PHP echo and print statements. So with PHP, there are two basic ways to get output for echo and print. So in this tutorial, we use echo or print in almost every example. And so this chapter actually contains a little more info about those two output statements. And echo and print actually are more or less the same. They are both used to output the data on the screen. So echo also do the same thing to output the data, PHP data on the screen. Print also for declare the output on the screen, declare the output data on the screen. This actually display the data on the screen like output. So the difference are small actually. Echo has no return value while print has a return value of 1. So it can be used in expressions. So echo works for the expression to display the output of expression. Echo can take multiple parameters, although such uses is rare, while print can take one argument. Echo is marginally faster than print, so echo work faster more than print. Now here is an example of echo statement. So the echo statement can be used with or without parenthesis, like echo or echo bracket, first bracket. So display. So this is to display the text. To display the text, we are now using the echo statement. Echo tag. So the following example shows how to output text with the echo command, and notice that the text can contain HTML markup. So first of all, we have to put the HTML tag, HTML tag, that is HTML5 documentation, then HTML tag, then body tag. Then after that, our PHP tag will start to code into the PHP. So then you have to put the echo to display PHP is run. So I want to display PHP is run in a bigger, in a bold size, so that to display the content in a large size, I put here heading 2. Then I have to then I have to close the heading tag also. After that, I want to display hello world like this. I want to display hello world. To display the hello world, I want a bracket after the PHP is fun. So here I put the bracket BR tag. Now, in the third echo, I want to display. Um, I'm about to learn PHP. Then BR tag to go to the next line. So this is actually the output. This is actually the output, and there was another example I put, like this string was made with multiple parameters. So for this I used this in the quotation I use this, then the string, then was, then made. So I separated the things to display. So this actually will not make changes in your code, will not display or any changes, still it will run in one line. So that's why this is actually the echo, how the echo can work like this. Then you have to close the body tag and HTML tag as usual. So in the right side you can see the output of this code. So like this you can code your body. So this is basically the initial basic of PHP. Now here comes the most important part, that is PHP database, because today I'm going to do the PHP database. I will show how to connect the data, how to display the data. So with PHP you can connect or you can connect and manipulate the database. And MySQL is the most popular database used with PHP. So MySQL basically used PHP code, PHP program. So what is actually MySQL? MySQL is a database system that used on a web, and this is a database system that runs on a server and is ideal for both small and large applications. And MySQL is very fast and reliable and easy to use. People can be able to understand easily. And MySQL uses standard SQL and compiles on a number of platforms, and MySQL is free to download and to use, and this is developed and distributed and supported by the Oracle Corporation. And the data in a MySQL database are stored in tables. A table is a collection of related data, and it consists of column and rows. So basically, when you are going to do, or when you are going to do data collection, then you have to create the columns and rows also, so it will automatically create for you. Databases are useful for storing information categorically, uh, and such as a company may have a database with a following tables like employees, products, customers, orders. So this will create the columns and following their rows. So now here is the PHP connect to MySQL. How we will connect PHP to the MySQL database. So first you have to open a connection to MySQL. Before we can access data in a MySQL database, you need to be able to connect to the server. So first of all, you need to write down the PHP tag. Write down the PHP tag. So after the PHP tag, you have to declare the local host as a dollar server name. You have to declare the username as username, password as password variable. Then you have to create the connection. How will you connect the data? Later on, I will show you how to do actually the database in PHP. So then to connect the database, you have to write the variable that is con, that is connection, con dollar connection equal to new mysqli, that is for declaration, the value like server names, username, password, which value you are going to put, you have to declare in the connection. I mean in the dollar con, inside the dollar con connection. Then you have to check the connection. To check the connection, to check the connection, what you need to do, first of all, you will check if the connection will fail or will error. It will show the error message. Otherwise, it will show the connected successfully. It will show the message, echo message. So by like this, we have to code to connect the data into MySQL database. So here you see that, here you have to put if the connection is error, then it will show the error message. Otherwise, in echo it will show the connected successfully. Then you will have to close the PHP code. So here I will, in the end of the session, I will show how to create the database. So basically, this is the database we will create. So for this, we have to go to the PHP myadmin. So PHP, we will go to the PHP myadmin. For this, we have to go localhost. Okay, first of all, you need to download the XAMPP file. You need to download the XAMPP software to run your PHP, to run your PHP code, uh, to run your database into MySQL database, to store your data into MySQL. So for this, we have to open your XAMPP file. Before open the XAMPP file, you must have to download the XAMPP software, that is PHP myadmin. This will work for the database, to store the database. So here I will go the local host, that is for XAMPP. So here I have to click on the PHP myadmin. So here basically uh, this is the database. So here we have to create. So by this we have to create we can create the database name. Then we will click on the create. After that the database will be created. So here you can see there are so many database. So okay, so here, so you have to, so what you need to do, you directly go to the XAMPP. Then you open your XAMPP. You have to start, click on the start on the Apache, click on start on for the PHP to open your local host. So after that you will go to the local host, that is PHP myadmin. Then here after click on new, you can create the name. Then you can you can put any name of your database. Then you will create, after click on the create, it will create the database. So here, so after create on the database, it will create the database. And after that here the database name, I mean the database table, this is actually the table name. You have to put the table name here. Then in here you will put the your preferable column, how many columns you want to display your database. So like this. So this website has developed using Bootstrap. So today basically I will teach on how to do a Bootstrap website. So basically today I will focus on the database, that is PHP. So here you can see the contact us. So contact us, how many row we have to create. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 we have to create. 4 database, 4 data we have to create. So for this okay, for this we have to create the 4 data. The first one is the integer. The first one is the integer, that is primary id. So 4 plus 1, it will be 5. So 5 number of column you have to create. So after that, after on the creating database, you'll see that uh, first one is the name. So first one is the name, then second one is the first one is the id. That first we in all the database we have to put the id as a primary key. So you must have to put the id as an integer, which will indicate the primary key. Then your database column will start. So like here 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 line, 4 column uh, we have to create. So for this here the name, first one is the name, then the second one is the email, third one is the phone number. So the phone number, so I just put the number. Then last one is the message. So message, where you will name your file, your table name as a message. So then this is the type, data type. ID will have to be integer, name will have to be varchar, email have to be varchar also, number have to be digit, and message have to be varchar. So here I put the length of the letter, how many number or how many letter, how many length that will be. So here I put the message as a 200, number as a 20 number, 20 digit, that is 20 digit, email as a 20 digit also, name as a 20. So after that it will create the database. So I want to create a database like con. So it will create, then here rem 10 5. So go. Okay, so it will show like this. So after that I will put the name. Sorry, first one have to do the integer for the primary key. So here you have to click on here, then the name, then email, then number, then message. So after that you will click on the save option. Then after that the database will be created. So you must definitely remember the name of the database, the name of the folder, I mean the name of the database, and the name of the table you have to remember, because you need to code into your Visual Code Studio. So to run in the today's session database, I am using Visual Code Studio to run my PHP code. So here, first of all, I have created a folder in the htdocs. htdocs, I am using htdocs because to view in the local host. So I name I name the folder PHP database. Then I name contact.html. Then I name the PHP file. I mean, I may name the database contact.php. So here, okay. So here I will simply copy the contact.html. I mean, before, okay, so I want to display my contact us like this. So what I need to do, I need to code the contact us form as an HTML element. So for the HTML element, I need to create the contact form HTML file, HTML form. So I will, so for this, I'll just simply copy the HTML file. I mean, copy the HTML element to do the database. So here, okay. So this is the CSS code. So I just keep the CSS code. Okay, so here I did a HTML element. I did a contact form HTML structure to view the output like this. So here you can see that first in the body, inside the body, I created a container for to display the contact us like this. So this one is actually basically, so there, then to connect the PHP file into MySQL database to go through the data, all the data into MySQL. What I need to do, I need to this line, you guys focus on this line because this is the important one. So form tag, first you need to do the form action, you need to write down the form action. Then after the form action, you have to write down, you have to, in the quotation you put your database connection name. Your database connection name is contact.php. So this one is the main important thing. You have to put the contact.php. Then you will declare this one as a post, like you will send the database file into this localhost. So into this localhost, Okay, so for this you have to declare the contact form to post, so that you have to in the quotation of the method, you want to display in the MySQL file. That's why you have to start the database file. I mean that you need to link your PHP file to the database. So after that you will start the deep class. You will create the deep class for the name. Like name, you must have to remember this one, because you have to put your name what you applied in here. I mean in here what you applied in here, name, email, number, message. So you used N capital letter, emails small letter. So you must remember the letter. You put numeric letter? Did you put the value in smallest number, or in the uh, capital letter, or in the small letter? You have to remember this, then you have to apply in here. So I used email as a all small number. So the second one is to declare the email. To declare the email, for this I have to create the label for email, then input for text, input for class, input for ID, and the name, which name we want to display the content. After that I have created the phone number, and for the phone number I put the name, I put the value as a number. So phone number will display on the screen. I mean here. Okay, I will finish as soon as possible. Okay. Okay, another participant asking me to finish the program first, so I will finish it. So here I use the phone number, but in the variable, I put the number. So you must remember this one. So after that I label for the message option to fill up the message. Then after that I have to put the input for submit option, which works as a button. So this is basically the PHP. This is basically the PHP file. If you run it, then it will display like this. Okay, so it will display like this. So basically we have to do the form like this. So after that, here comes the contact.php. So how actually we have to connect? We have to connect our PHP file into MySQL. How we have to store the data from PHP to MySQL. So from PHP to this local host. So first of all, what we need to do? First of all, we have to we have to write down the p tag, the PHP tag. We have to put the PHP tag. After the PHP tag, we will declare the name. We will declare the name value for variable for the name. We declare the email value for variable for the email. We declare the number value for variable for the number. Variable is the number, dollar number is the variable for the number. Here message, dollar message is the variable for the message. So before message, as you see there, I declared the value as dollar underscore post. Why I did why I had to write down this post? Because I want to get the data from PHP to database, because I am transferring the data into from web pages to another localhost database. So that's why I need to put the post for all the value, like for all the value, your name, number, phone number, and message. Then what we need to do, we need to do the database connection. So for the database connection, as I already taught you in the slide, first of all you need to write down the $con, that is for connection. Then you have to write down new mysqli. Then you need to declare the local host, then root as a username. Then here it's blank is for what? Blank is for because there is no password for localhost, there is no password for mysql, that's why I put it blank. Then the contact, why I put here contact? Because my database name is contact basically. Here I will show you. So here you see here, so here you can see that here my database name is contact. So for this, what we need to put our database name here. So this is the database name. Then we will check our connection. If the connection is error, then it will show the connection fail, or else the connection is okay, then it will show the registration successful. So echo will display the output here. So here you can see that this is the variable declaration, variable declaration for name value. That is the name value, I mean this one for the name value. Email is for the email value, then number, then message, then values. Here we have to put here question mark, because if I put here 5 question mark, then the insert value will have the 5 values. So here we have only the 4 values, that's why here we have to put 4 question mark, then we have to close it. After that, this is the string, this is the string, this is the declaration of the string. So here you see that ss means, s means string and I means integer. So here name is integer, name is the string, email is the string, then number is the integer, that's why I put here I, and the message is also the integer, that's why I put message as an string. So that's why I put here ssis, which declares the value string, integer, and string. So after that, we will execute our data. We will post our data to the database. So for this, we will echo example. This is for the connection the database. Then if the connection is okay or runs smoothly, then it will show the registration successfully. Then we have to close our p tag, we have to close our php tag, our connection tag. So this is basically, this is the very simple way uh, how we can create a database simply. So I want to show you how. So here you will see that here is the name remarker repa. So last one is the 7. So here is 7. Last one is the repa. So I want to create another data in here. So like I will put Mariam, then the email, just the random email I will set up to view. Actually, the database is running to make sure. So like, so I put here hi, then I will do the submit. Then here you can see registration successful. Then so that means the registration has successfully done. So we will see inside the local host, is it stored or not. Okay, so you can see that Mariam, after the repa Mariam at gmail.com data has successfully stored into the database. So this is the contact, and the database name is the contact as. You can see contact, and we want to store the database into contact as. So you actually have to remember what you are going to name your database, name your value, name your column value, so you must have to remember, and uh, you have to do the connection code also following your values also, like name. Here if you write down, if you put your name value in capital letter, then uh, you have to put the name in small letter, in capital letter also in the database while you are creating your database. So you must have to remember this one. So by this actually, okay, okay, so by this you actually have to do the database in PHP form. Okay, so basically this is the end of our today's session. So I want to suggest you W3 school for more explore on PHP. So here you can find lots of things to learn about PHP, to learn about HTML, CSS, JavaScript. There are lots more. As time is limited, so it's not actually possible to teach you each part. So I just focus on the basic part. So like today I focused on the database and the basic PHP. So tomorrow I will focus on the bootstrap. So okay, so I want you to explore on the W3 school. So here are lots of things on PHP. You can take the idea, you can explore more. Okay, okay. I want to, before going back, I want to take a screenshot of all of our participants. Okay. Anyone wants to open your camera? No? Okay. Okay. I'm going to take a screenshot for our today's session. Okay, we will meet tomorrow again to know the basic introduction of the Bootstrap website. Tomorrow we will continue our next session with the Bootstrap website. So see you then.